Wonder if that was made this year or last year. I don't think so, because Yugoslavia does not exist, does it, as it used to. So this must be an older firearm, and it is. Thanks to the Mosin Crate that sent this. They got their hands on some of these, so we appreciate them sending one to us, the mosincrate.com. We're going to shoot it. It has a little bit of history. It's I guess you could say a military, possibly a military pistol. So let's see if it works. What should I shoot? A bowling pin? It might have been designed for that. Yeah, or a stop sign. Right in the middle. Wow, look at that. I must have been practicing. I don't know. Let's see if it'll take out a cowboy. Oh, we're a 2-liter way down there. You know what? I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna decock it. I'm gonna quit making fun of the thing. You know, really, because I have made. John will tell you I've made some fun of it. It's what it is a CZ99, as you can probably tell from the name of the title, and that is not as in. Well, let me go ahead and clear it. There we go. Not as in, you know, the Czech Republic. It's not the CZ of the CZ75. You can see there on the slide. See, Zastava. But it was made in Yugoslavia, and I think Zastava still makes some commercial models of this. Okay, there's a CZ999, I think. Maybe they make one called the CZ99 even, and they import them or export them and everything. And so you may have seen those around the range. You may have one, whatever. This one goes back, folks at the Mosin Crate think this goes back to where it was probably one of the first ones made, you know, for the military or the police. It might have been used by the military. It might have been issued, right? So that's pretty interesting. And so I just have the one mag, but we're going to take a few shots with it. So, and again, we appreciate the help from the NRA and the support we're getting from them. And I hope that if you want to become a member, and I hope you do, you'll go to our link, which is in our description, and join up. You get a nice discount, and there it is right there. Just click on it, because nothing more important than maintaining the rights we have, okay? We're pretty lucky in this country, but a lot of people have fought for those rights and continue. So make sure you're not riding in the wagon, you're helping to pull it. So we appreciate that. And I'm gonna take not 1,000 shots with this thing, but I'll take a few and talk about it. It'll be a short video, more or less, one magazine. And I just kind of introduce you to it. I was pleased to get my hands on it. What does it look like to you? Yeah, I know, it looks like a gun, Hickok. Looks like a pistol. Already many of you are recognizing it looks a lot like a SIG, right? P226, something like that. And it is a lot like that. It borrows heavily from that. In fact, I mean, look at the thing. The decocker, yeah, okay, all that. However, the decocker is also the slide lock, you notice. That's a little different, isn't it? It's all one piece, and it's ambi. Whoa, pretty amazing, huh? Ambidextrous. And that's one reason it's kind of fat. It's a big pistol. If you have little hands, you would not like this. I'm really a little surprised that it is used extensively. And from what I understand, the countries that made up Yugoslavia, you know, the ones that, you know, it's all broken up now, in Bosnia and Croatia and all those countries, that it's still very, very, in very common use over there, okay? Because it borrows from the SIG, it borrows from Walther, two great companies, of course. And let's take it apart here, I'll show you. And it breaks down kind of the same way as the SIG 226. Pulling back, there you go. So it should look kind of familiar to you. It really strikes me as a SIG P226, you know, as much as anything. And, you know, the SIG 229, 228s, I guess, they're similar. But it's a little fatter, I think, because you've got the ambi decocker on it, slide lock, you know. So you can tell it's been through it. Look at that thing. Wow, it's got the aluminum receiver, and, you know, it's just looks like a SIG. But it is a CZ99. Going back, like I say, I think it was developed in the 80s, and these were used, you know, in the civil wars in Yugoslavia in the 90s and the 2000s. So this firearm right here, even though it's not 50 years old or anything, apparently has some history and could have some very interesting history. And some of you, we hear from a lot of you over there, may have more to add about this pistol. It's just a neat old, semi-old pistol, partly because of its roots. And if you're going to copy something, more or less, copy a quality handgun, you know. And it's hard to beat Walther and Sig, no doubt about it. So let's shoot a few more times here. I was making fun of it. I forgot what I was joking about there, but I'll explain that. And again, I want to thank Federal for furnishing ammo. We're not going to fire hollow points, probably. Who cares if it fires hollow points? But a couple of different rounds here, 115 grain and maybe some 124 grain. Not going to shoot a whole lot, but we appreciate Federal furnishing that ammo and Bud's Gun Shop for everything they do for us. So be sure you support the people that support us if you possibly can. We appreciate that. And we're glad the Mosin crate didn't need this. So we're going to shoot it. All right. It won't be my carry gun, but as I was about to say, the trigger breaks. Now, there's nothing in the chamber. I'll decock it, but the trigger breaks way back there. I mean, right against the frame. It's like the nightmare. John and I both, because we have large hands, we hate that. But I have to say, I shoot it better than I thought that I should. Okay? I mean, I really feel like I should be able to hit anything. I'll put one on this target or two here. It's really a nice little shooter. Had him bracketed. I hit a plate way over there, went through him. Cool. Have I hit the gong yet with it? I'm going to try the red plate. I'll tell you what, I'm going to quit making fun of it. There's an empty firearm. Yeah, I got to quit making fun of it. That just goes to show a firearm that doesn't seem as comfortable to you, the trigger breaks in the wrong place or whatever, could be the firearm you shoot the best. You just never know. I'll load one more magazine. It's a crazy phenomenon. That's why I encourage you to get to a rental range and try firearms as many as you can. You just never know. You pick one up, it feels awkward, but you might shoot it better than anything else. So, hard to tell. But it is a little thick. It would not be my carry gun. But it's just interesting because it's kind of a piece of history, from Yugoslavia. It's neat to have a firearm that is made in Yugoslavia, and it was used over there. And as I understand, you correct me, folks from over there, it's still widely used. And now there are different versions of it. There's a modern version of it. This one apparently is an older one, but the CZ99 or 999, they're still out there. They're kind of a bargain, not a bargain Glock. They're just kind of a bargain pistol that works. Okay, that's reliable. Now, I've not had any malfunctions. I've shot it 2 or 3 different times, and it just keeps on ticking without any problems. That definitely would be a good truck gun with it. All beat up. Nothing you have to worry about. They sent me 2 magazines, but for the life of me, unless I got them mixed up, the other one doesn't work. It's a Beretta magazine or something. Unless I just misplaced it, I don't know. But I think magazines are a little bit difficult to come by on it. Yeah, there it is, in all of its splendor. It does strike you as a SIG, doesn't it? CZ99. All right, let's take a couple more shots with it. I wrote on the target there, this is on the lower left corner, CZ99, I guess Kravina, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, Zastava. That's what the CZ stands for on this. It's not the same CZ as in the CZ75, okay? Click, let's load it. Oh man, this thing, I might just have to try a pig to prove I can miss with it. A little high on that one. you go. It has a nice single action trigger. That's the answer. That's what it is. Beautiful single action trigger. It's just that it breaks so far back. I'm going to shoot this cowboy's hat off right here. Shot more than his hat, didn't I? So anyway, pretty interesting pistol. Got a little history behind it. It's a little bit like a clunker, you know, because it's in, I guess you could say, bad shape, at least cosmetically. And it feels really thick. But it just goes to show, you never know. I'll decock it. It's a good shooter, and it's a pistol you can rely on. And these things, I think, are around. So if you ever see one and you're wondering what the heck that is, CZ99, is that the CZ I'm familiar with? No. Just kind of know a little bit about, you know, the history. You might want to do some more research on it, because I am not a historian about all that has happened, you know, in that area. But it is kind of neat having a pistol made in Yugoslavia like this, you know, back in the day, and still being carried and used over there in various forms of it.